Welcome to the Sipcast, week 3, I believe. And if you know what day it is, you'll know why it's appropriate that we're doing what we're doing.
May the 4th be with you, Jack.
Yeah, it's May the 4th, guys.
Welcome, guys. Star Wars Day. Star Wars Week, in fact.
Star Wars Day. We wanted to make it Star Wars Week. Some of you guys may know this as exam week, but it is officially Star Wars Week because May the 4th is today. And for that reason, we wanted to treat you guys to a whole week of Star Wars podcasts. And if you hate Star Wars, then I apologize, but that's pretty much all we will be talking about this week. If you don't know if you like Star Wars or not, listen to our podcast. I think we're going to be doing a little bit more arguing this week, just because.
Yeah, definitely.
We have some different views on Star Wars, so
especially these new controversial movies.
Exactly, especially all the new stuff that's coming out is, I don't know. I'm not feeling it as much as Samuel is, but I digress. We are going to start off this week strong with one of our fan favorites, which is the Mount Rushmore. Cooper Twit texts me every single time we do a Mount Rushmore, and he just tells me how much he loves Mount Rushmores. So
shout out to Cooper Twit. Also,
shout out to Cooper Twit.
Shout out to Elias Ferenzi. I know he's been listening to the podcast, so shout out there.
Hey, shout out Elias too. Also, if you like good music, go ahead and check out Cooper Twit's Instagram page. He put out a new cover of Hotline Bling, which is it's amazing. I'll just say that. So make sure you go check that out. But Cooper's not a Star Wars character, so we need to stick on Star Wars. Also, shout out to Austin Berry because he was upset that I didn't shout him out last week. When he started watching the Monday after we recorded, so I didn't feel too bad. But we love you, Austin. We love you.
Love you, Austin.
All right, Samuel, what are we doing for this first segment?
All right, let's get into a Mount Rushmore of our top Star Wars characters. This isn't as debatable of an issue, so I like that we're starting off a little bit calm, a little bit carefree, enjoyable. Let's see. For my number one, I'm going to go with Darth Maul. I know he plays a minor role in The Phantom Menace. And, I guess we should say at the beginning of the week, spoiler alert. We're going to be talking
for
about
everything.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Star Wars. We're getting in deep at some points. So if you haven't seen him, you need to, or not. Or I don't know.
If you haven't seen him, go ahead and pause this podcast and then go watch all of them and then come back.
We'll see you in about a week. All right. So yeah, Darth Maul is my first one. He's not necessarily like my top choice, but these are in no particular order. But he also makes a cameo in Solo. Right at the end there. Jack's not a big Solo fan. I guess this is going to start off controversial. But he's also a big part in the Clone Wars and in Star Wars Rebels. I've delved in to Clone Wars a lot, Rebels a little bit. I need to get more involved in Rebels. But I like his storyline. I like the way he looks. He's awesome. I love the bad guys, I'm going to be honest. They just have so much, they have cooler outfits. They have cooler backstories.
I think anybody from Dathomir looks cool, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the girls from Dathomir look cool. The Night Sisters and the Night Brothers look cool, like Darth Maul.
But he's red. They're usually more of a yellowish color.
I think that he's tattooed that way because of his Sith past, but I'm not entirely certain. But you've got to love the double-bladed lightsaber.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The acrobatics are amazing. Yeah, I think especially as his character is fleshed out in Clone Wars, he becomes a little bit more than just I don't know, just an obstacle at the end of Phantom Menace.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Jack, what about you?
All right, my first one. And I guess this will be in no particular order too, but of course I'll have my George Washington.
Okay.
This was not my George Washington. This is Kit Fisto.
All
And
right.
if you don't know who Kit Fisto is, he's that green guy who lasts, I think, the second longest than any of the other Jedi Masters that confront Palpatine.
Yeah, that is true.
He's
He's
green.
his,
What's his
his race.
ethnic background?
He's a Nautolan, so he's from like a water planet, hence his kind of squid-like appearance.
Yeah.
He's got kind of like tentacle hair.
Big eyes.
Yeah, real big eyes for seeing underwater. I don't know a ton more about him other than that his lightsaber is cool. It's green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I remember when I was little, I guess I watched him a little bit in Clone Wars because he had somewhat of a role in some episodes of Clone Wars.
yeah, definitely.
And I was big on Lego Star Wars, and I really wanted a Lego Kit Fisto. I never got my hands on one, but
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
I do happen to have one. Man, I should have brought out my figures.
Oh man, you have a Lego Kit Fisto. I'm so jealous.
I do. I have the Palpatine's arrest set, and
Oh.
I essentially wanted that just for all the Jedi.
So there was Kit Fisto, Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's Palpatine. Who I
Yeah,
forget who else.
Palpatine's good. He's got a reversible face, so he's got like his lightning scarred face and his regular face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It comes with Anakin, of course.
Yep.
And then the lesser known ones are the guy with the blue lightsaber. His name is Ajan Kolar.
I've heard that.
And he's the same race as Darth Maul actually, but he's like not all tatted up and stuff.
He's from
And
Dathomir?
Got like kind of brownish tan. Yeah, he is, I think. He's got kind of brownish tan skin. And then there's another guy with a green lightsaber, and he's got the really big horns. Kind of like a bull.
Yeah.
And then his name is Sacy 10, I think.
And what race is he? He's that race that who else is that race? I don't know.
There's definitely someone else, but yeah.
I don't know if race is the right word to use for that.
I don't know either. Species.
Species, yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways.
And all of this is like, we could be wrong, but we're giving our best guess, and we do have like a good amount of knowledge, so.
Yeah, somewhat. All right,
Yeah,
Sam, what's your next one?
Okay, my next one is probably my George Washington. And this might be bending the rules of Mount Rushmore a little bit, but I'm going with Jango/Boba Fett. I know they're two different characters, but at the same time, they are clones of one another.
True.
A lot of people don't like the whole people really boosting Boba Fett because they think that people just like him because he had the action figure. But I don't know. I just love them. We can talk about it later, but like, I played a video game with Jango Fett when I was younger, and like his whole backstory is really cool. I also don't think it's canon anymore, but it was really cool. I just think they're awesome warriors / bounty hunters. It's sad to see Boba go in the Sarlacc pit. I don't know whether or not it's canon anymore that he survives. There's been a lot of debate.
Bro, he's coming back next season for The Mandalorian. You hear him walking in Tatooine.
Yeah, that's true.
Him.
You can hear him walking. We did some deep diving. But yeah, he better be coming back because, man, that would be a dream come true. You can like hear the joy in my voice right now.
Yeah. All right, my next one. I guess I'll hold on to the Mandalorian because this character is from the Mandalorian. He's in the first episode. He rips your heart out because he dies. This is just so tragic to me. Spoilers for the Mandalorian. My next one is IG-11, played by Taika Waititi. I don't even know. He's like my favorite director, but I never know how to pronounce his name correctly. Anyways, in the first episode, he's super BA, spinning around, shooting his blasters everywhere. Really funny, quirky kind of character. Just like I like pretty much any of the funny droids. Like K2SO, C3PO is pretty great.
He's a good one.
Um,
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy. I forget the one in Solo, but I didn't really. I thought that was. I didn't think
I don't
she was
like
that
her
funny.
too much. I can't remember her name either right offhand.
Anyways, so IG-11, I was so upset that he died off in the first episode, and he came back for the last 2 episodes of the season, and I was very hopeful.
As the nurse.
Yeah, as the nurse. I was very hopeful. He's still quirky. He's a good guy. Very hopeful, and then they kill him off for a second time, and I cried again because he was my favorite character in the show.
And he gets to see the Mandalorian's face, right? He's the only person that gets to see it.
Well, person, but yeah.
Person. Okay, yeah.
He's the only droid that has seen his
yeah.
Well, in a while because he didn't used to be a Mandalorian.
True.
All right, let's hear your next one.
All right, my next one I'm gonna go with Ahsoka Tano. So right now she's just been in the Clone Wars and in Rebels, but she is going to be in the next season of The Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed. So I'm excited about her live action debut. Her voice is also in Rise of Skywalker, encouraging Rey at the end. But I think she's really awesome. I like her character development because she starts off as kind of like an annoying teenager, and then you see her progress to like a really wise master of the Force. I think her fighting style is awesome. She's got 2 lightsabers, but one is it's like Yoda's lightsaber. It's like a little bit smaller. So she's got like that going for her. I don't know. I just think she's a cool, well-rounded character. She has a really interesting story arc in Clone Wars where I feel bad because have you seen all of it, Jack?
I mean, I know about Order 66, if you're going to go into Order 66.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, she actually goes beyond that, but she leaves the Jedi Order after like some accusations and stuff, but she kind of stays, so she's kind of like the embodiment of like the gray Jedi, like kind of in between. I don't know. I think she has just like a lot of balance in the Force, so I really like her character.
That's cool. Last night in the Clone Wars, they did the Order 66 episode. So
yep.
Just a heads up. Maybe that was 2 days ago. I don't know. It was recently.
It was 2 days ago, yeah.
They did the Order 66 episode. All right, my next one, and I'm just gonna I'll save my George Washington for last. My next one will be Lando Calrissian, and I'm talking the smooth talking Billy D. Williams Lando. I love Donald Glover, and I'll say it once, I'll say it again. He's the only silver lining in the Solo movie at all, but I just like the old Billy D, like hitting on everybody. Lando, flying in the Millennium Falcon with the other guy's name was Nuke, right? Something like that.
Which one?
The guy that was in the Millennium Falcon with him when they were destroying Death Star 2.
I think it's Nien Num.
Nien Num,
it
whatever.
Could be Tin Num. I don't know. There are a lot of those guys. I don't know which one's which. But yeah.
Yeah, I just like. He has a pretty good character arc too. He goes from turning over Han Solo to coming back in return of the Jedi and rescuing them from Jabba in the Sarlacc pit. He almost dies in the Sarlacc pit, but he gets saved, and then Boba Fett goes in.
Yep.
I like.
Rest in peace.
I like him. And Billy D. Williams comes back in the Rise of Skywalker. I would have liked to see him.
What do you think about that?
I wasn't having it. I was really excited when I saw the trailer and I saw him in it. But whenever I went to the theaters and saw it, it kind of upset me a little bit. Just he wasn't the same. He was an old guy. He wasn't the Lando.
You didn't like his little crossbow gun?
No, I forget.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
It's like a small version of Chewbacca's gun.
I don't remember that. All right.
It's fine. It's not that big of a detail.
All right, you got next. Since you already used your George Washington.
Right. Yeah, I already used my George Washington. Here's my this can be like my Teddy Roosevelt or something.
Is that second? Teddy Roosevelt's like the third, right?
Yeah, he's like third.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with C3PO, and I know that seems a little bit odd because there are definitely like funnier droids, They're definitely like cooler droids, but I love that he's just a mainstay. He's been in so many of the Star Wars films. He's not in everything anymore. He was in everything for a while. Um, but I just love the how he's built by Anakin, and then he just kind of carries through that story, not really remembering because he gets his memory wiped after Episode 3. Um, but I think it's cool he can speak so many languages. Um, I think he kind of reminds me of myself in some ways, just because like I think he has like good intentions most of the time, but like he's just really unhelpful to a lot of situations. I think I can be that way too. um, so yeah, I think he's really fun. I love his time with the Ewoks as a god among all those little teddy bears. I think that's really funny. I didn't really understand the red arm thing. That was kind of weird, but we'll let that pass. Yeah, I like C-3PO. He's in my top 4 definitely.
All right, my George Washington, and this is the OG. He's just a BA in every single scene he's in, especially like the cameos that he makes in some of the different video games. The cameo he makes at the end of Rogue One. My OG number 1, George Washington, is Darth Vader. I don't
Definitely.
like. I can't dispute that he's the coolest character. He might be the coolest character in all of science fiction. He's probably one of the most he's probably the most noteworthy character in all of science fiction. The most recognizable.
Yeah, I agree.
Is Darth Vader. He's just so cool. And they have like his story arc, like this the story of Star Wars. You could say it's about Luke Skywalker or the Skywalker family, but the story of Star Wars is Anakin Skywalker. His rise in the light side in the prequels, his fall to the dark side, and then his overall redemption at the end. That's the story of Star Wars. Take out everything that came after.
Even, yeah. Oh, or take it out.
Just take everything out after that, because it doesn't have Darth Vader. I'm surprised they didn't freaking bring back Darth Vader for the Rise of Skywalker. There's like, he's bad.
Yeah, you'd think something like that would happen.
He's bad again. It happens. All right. Anyways, I was gonna say thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, and we're gonna do our rankings of the Star Wars movies. Pretty controversial. I really dislike some of them that I know a lot of people like. So stick around, come back tomorrow, and we'll see you then.